St Dogmaels is a small village in Pembrokeshire, southwest Wales, and has a prominent position on the estuary of the River Teivi. Some of the houses are spread out along the river, with some handy mooring places. Much of the town is built on elevated ground, and it must be said that the views are pretty spectacular wherever you look. The main high street runs through the village, and of course it's very handy having the local public rocket bus service available. I now need to head down to the old abbey and the coach house, which is the hub of the village. First I want to find out something about the history of the abbey, and a local expert is at hand.
The first Norman lord of Dogmaels, which is the northernmost part of Pembrokeshire, was a man called Robert Fitzmartin, and in 1113 he sailed across to France, to Normandy, to a place called Tiron, which is Tiron-Gardais nowadays. And there they were building a brand new abbey, and it was a new monastic order. They were a reformed Benedictine order, and they were christened the Tyronensians after Tiron. And he brought 13 of the monks back from Tiron and established initially a priory in St Dogmaels. But in 1121 the first abbot was installed, and you could say that is when the story of the abbey begins properly.
Why did they choose St Dogmaels of all places?
There was already an important early Christian church here, and the evidence for this is there's a big collection of early Christian inscribed stones in the area. But St Dogmael himself is believed to have had a hermitage just south of the village and converted a lot of people to Christianity, and then they established a church in the village itself dedicated to St Dogmael. And when Robert Fitzmartin came to the area, that church was already established. But the Normans had a mistrust of the early Celtic church, and so he decided to establish his own, literally a stone's throw away from the old building.
Harnes Landog is the charity that's based at the coach house. Inside there's a cafe, shop and a small exhibition area. It's supported by central Welsh Government, European and lottery funding, and is part of a rural development project which actively promotes local enterprise. I am amazed at the range of activities that the charity supports. I spoke to the person in charge of the funding.
It's my job to deliver that funding and that help to start-up businesses, one-man things, and existing small to medium-sized enterprises who want to develop. Well, I am one part of a very big community scheme that exists in the coach house in St Dogmaels.
And one part of the scheme was setting up and supporting the weekly local producers market, which does seem to be a great success.
Hi there, my name's Nick Johnson. I work at Troyderoo Farm, which is 13 miles north of here in St Dogmaels, and I'm doing the market, which is really good this time of year. There's lots of people coming here and enjoying fresh local produce, which is a fantastic way to reinvigorate the rural economy and create jobs.
I sell the dress crab and the lobsters. My husband and son do the fishing, and then I do the preparation and the selling. So do you want to try some potted crab? Yes. Thank you very much.
Again, it's a lovely setting here as well.
It is, isn't it? I mean, it couldn't be better. We're situated here, adjacent to the mill pond, nestling at the foot of the medieval abbey, the 12th century ruins. And again, we use that venue throughout the year for social events. We have a Shakespeare festival every year, so we've just had Midsummer Night's Dream. We had male voice choir here, Pembrokeshire, one of the best known choirs in Wales, here in July. And tomorrow we've got probably one of our most popular events, which is Medieval Day, starting at 11 o'clock in the morning till 4. And that usually attracts a really good, hundreds will come tomorrow to join in the fun. So.
Good night, you moonlight ladies, loved by sweet baby James.
So we also provide a venue for artists, local artists and ones from further afield. So we're not sort of focused too heavily on just what happens here. We do try to stimulate economic activity by encouraging a new audience to what we do here.
They're different yarns, I'm not sure if they're gonna... This one was my freebie, which is floppy. Oh, right. That's bamboo. Oh, that is amazing. Yeah, that one is...
There are lots of educational classes in the coach house, including Welsh sessions, IT and craft classes, and a weekly job club. Claire is pleased with the response.
It is a very well used centre, and we're always looking for ways to expand, and we're always looking for volunteers. So if you're young or old, have some free time, and would like to get in contact with other people in the village, this is a fantastic place to do that. And you'll have a lot of fun.
And we celebrated 900 years of the monks arriving in the abbey. All to do with what the monks did in the abbey as you process along. It's an annual event, yes, we have a different theme every year.
It's believed that there were two mills belonging to the abbey. One was rebuilt in 1619 and then restored to working order in the 1980s.
Now, St Dogmaels today, it's quite a thriving community, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's quite lively, and it's managed to maintain its character. I mean, we've been very lucky. I don't know what the reasons are, but there's a lot of very active community groups, and there's a lot of, quite regularly there are big events on in the village, which are always well supported. And it's managed to keep St Dogmaels feeling, friendly, and it's a very warm community to live in.
And what do some local residents think?
I've lived here for 40 years. It's just a nice, friendly place.
I was born here.
Is it a nice place to live?
Oh yes, very nice, very quiet.
You've got a lovely garden.
Well, that's the wife's job.
I think I now know what the magic formula of St Dogmaels is. The historical heritage is treasured, local enterprise is well supported, and there is plenty of community involvement. and residents seem to take a real pride in their village.